Spartans! What is your profession?
I try to live what they let go, away to dreams they'll never know. But a drowning soul can't save the tide, and now I see I must step aside.
I fought till my hands turned to stone, carrying battles that weren't my own. They swore they'd stand but turned away, left me to bleed in the fray.
I held the line as long as I could, fought for the spark they misunderstood. They whispered dreams they'd never choose, said they were in but lived to lose. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout.
I wanted to see your colors fly, but you clipped your wings and let them die. You crave the fall, not the fight to win, a war within that you let begin.
I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. I saw the fire dim in their eyes, promises buried under their lies. They wore the crown of fleeting belief, but ran from the throne when it brought grief. Oh,
I tried to carry your weight on my back, but your shadow was a heavy attack. You disappeared when the fire burned high, left me screaming at an empty sky.
I wanted the victory more than they, but you can't chase stars for those who stray. So I lay down the sword and walk away. The battle's lost, they chose decay. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. Oh, they vanished like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reach my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Oh, they vanish like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reached my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That has to be my favorite song on the Captivity album. Available on all major streaming platforms by yours truly, Techotraf. I love that song. The Battle Worn Heart. That honestly, that is the story of my life. I am battle worn, but also battle tested. I am Techotraf. We are engineered to win. Yes, we are. Or as some of my friends love to say, I do my very, very best to annoy you. Yes, yeah. Don't. Yes, I'm talking to you. Annoy you to success. And I am a very, very annoying individual, but my annoyance is your benefit, all right? My goal is to help you help yourself to get to where you claim that you want to be. Let me be that annoying mosquito just buzzing around. You know, sometimes you're trying to sleep. Has it ever happened to you, right? You're trying to sleep and while you're sleeping, there is this annoying fly, this little mosquito that's flying right around your ear, and you can hear it, but you can't catch it. It's so annoying, so annoying. But that's who I am. I want you to win. I want you to accomplish the things that you say that you want to accomplish. All right, tonight is Thursday. Yes, Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Can you believe that? We are already in 7 days into August. Yes, we are. We might as well be in September already. It is what it is. It is what you know how we do. You know how we get down. We started off on a mission at the beginning of the year, and we have been moving through, working through DevOps, working through large language models and AI, working through cybersecurity, and we are making progress on all fronts, and even and integrating AI into it all. It's crazy. It is crazy out here. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me, allowing me to help you navigate. Let me be your pioneer on this mission of ours. All right. So we are going to get into our 30 minutes of vibe coding, getting our token hit in. I want to focus on the engineering dashboard today, but we're going to do even more vibe coding because after we use up our 5 tokens by 8 p.m. Eastern time, then we're going to pivot into another project of mine where I was working on building a web application security scanner. And we're going to look at that because as I'm finishing up with the first project that I was like fully focused on, we are ramping down on that. But now it's time to ramp up on our new project. So that is the one that we're going to be working on after we get our token hit in, right? And we'll go from there. We shall go from there. Let me get to housekeeping. Let me get to announcements, and then we're gonna jump in. Gotta make it quick, but I have so much to share with you. We're gonna have an amazing vibe code and chill session this Saturday at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's see what we got going on. Let's see. All right, so first and foremost, before we do anything, let's just stop the show. I gotta say a big thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel, those who are brand new and those who have been with me for a very, very, very long time. Every last one of you, I appreciate the hell out of you.
I appreciate you.
Whether you watch from the clouds or whether you watch you're active in the comments or in the chat, every last one of you who allows me to add value into you are very, very valuable to me. And I always have to shout out to all of the Patreon members, the Tech Coach Off Patreon members, my Tech Barbarians, my Tech Project members. I work with both of those groups one-on-one, coaching, building applications, testing applications. Those are my people. Shout out to them, and shout out to the technical explorers, those who work so hard. They participate in the vibe code and chill sessions. They ask me questions. I interact with them back and forth, either through Discord or through the Patreon chat, wherever it may be. Because those that I work with and who stay working with me, we are the best.
We the best.
If you choose to no longer, then I do not know. I do not know if you are the best or not. Probably not, though. I'm gonna lean on the side of not. All right, that's just me. That is with all due respect. I have to say with all due respect. All right, and last but certainly not least, shout out to my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube channel members who allow me to be able to come on YouTube day in and day out and provide value to all of you. I just found out from YouTube that they are going to be auto dubbing the past videos. Before they enabled auto dubbing for new videos a few months ago. Now they're going back and retroactively enabling auto dubbing to the past videos. So that means that we are going to reach the entire, well, not the entire, but a huge majority of the world's population, because Tech Coach Drive is going to be in a bunch of different languages. Let's get it. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna get into we're going to get into our vibe coding session. We're going to be working on our engineering metrics dashboard. But real quick, let me throw this in real quick. Saturday, 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time, techodrop.dev in the Patreon. We're going to have a Google Meetup. We are going to be we're going to be talking about the deployment of the app. By that time, it should already be deployed and live. And we're going to be working through some other applications, but I have a lot of tokens to burn. I'm going to have one of my tech barbarians who work with me extensively on this application also come and share the experience of building an application and all the testing, all the product. They are the product owner and the Q engineer. So they're going to be detailing that experience. So I highly recommend that you join to see what it's all about. Earlier today, I released the Scrum Night from our last Scrum Night session. It is available in the Patreon, so you can get a full context. Be ready for Saturday. It is going to be absolutely amazing. You do not want to miss it. It is free for anybody who is a Patreon member. That means even if you sign up for free, you can join the Google Meet and you can talk to me, listen into the conversation, ask for some insight, all of that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right, and tomorrow we are going to be going live, or not live. We're going to be premiering the Bug Bite. Where, what are we talking about? I think we're talking about Louis Vuitton Netherlands. I think it's about Louis Vuitton Netherlands being accused of money laundering. You definitely want to tune in. Bring your Louis Vuitton bag, your Louis Vuitton wallet, and hold on to it tightly because Louis Vuitton Netherlands is being accused. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Okay. And then, like I said, Saturday in the Tech Coach Off Patreon, vibe, code, and chill. It is going to be an amazing. I scheduled it on my calendar for 3 hours. Hopefully it doesn't go that long, but if it does, then so be it. All right. All right. You know what? That was a lot. Let me check the chat really, really quick. Say hi to my friends. And then we're going to jump into our vibe coding, our token hit session. All right. So let me see. We got my guy Magnetar in the building. Hits me with the where's my hold on. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Give me a second. I can't believe it. I thought I fixed this. All right, let's go. Let's do this way. All right, my guy Magnetar hits me with the Sith Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Shout out to my guy Magnetar. And we got my guy Junior in the building. He's like, what's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? Hopefully all is going well. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day today. And Junior says, I love that intro song. That is my song right there. A battle-worn heart. And during our first break, we're going to get into it because my heart is battle-worn. And I know a lot of people call me really, really cold, really, really distant, that I need to be, quote-unquote, worked on. But we'll talk about it. We shall talk about it. All right. Anyways, let's get into our first working session of the night. Let me just go to boom, and we're going to go over to bow. All right. Token hit, engineering metrics dashboard. Let me go and pull that up. The other day we worked on our homeschool app. Today we're going to be working on the engineering dashboard. So if you were here for when we were working on it previously, right, we had an issue where we still have this issue. We cannot connect to what do you call it? To Jira. So I have an API key for Jira, not able to connect, right? So I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like, well, there's other ways to connect to Jira. So what about if we try to implement another way to connect to Jira? Because what I really want to do is connect to Jira, get the open what do you call it? Get all the issues, right? And be able to get data based on that, right? So what we're gonna do, my first prompt is gonna be, since we are not able to connect to Jira with the traditional API key, let me throw up 20 minutes as well.
It's time to do.
Since we're not able to connect to Jira with the traditional API key, can we try to connect to Jira with their OAuth integration? I think that's the name. So if I go over to here, so this is this. So I want to try to connect to Jira with this, right? And I will say, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, I should have just gonna copy the whole documentation. Watch this. Watch this. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's go to. It's gonna copy this whole thing right here, right? So, let's see, where did I have? All right, let's go to here. Since we're not able to connect to Jira with traditional API, can we connect? Can we try to connect with their OAuth integration? Let me know what keys you need me to generate and enter. I have pasted their OAuth. Is that OAuth 3.0 or 2.0? OAuth 2.0? They're OAuth 2.0 3LO. They're OAuth 2.0 3LO documentation for reference. And I'm just gonna paste it right there. Boom. Let's see if we are going to be able to. Let's see if we're going to be able to connect to Jira this way, because I really, really want to be able to connect to Jira, so that, and if I can do that, my metrics dashboard will be about 85% of the way. Then I just have to throw in some prompts about, all right, this is how they calculate this metric, this is how to calculate that metric, all that good stuff. But that is so we're able to connect via GitHub, right? But Jira has been a burden. And the way that I know that, so this is how I know that it's a OAuth issue. When I tried to connect with Postman the other day, I could not. I was getting the same error that Superbase was getting. But when I do it through Talon, I'm able to connect. But that is because through Talon, it is using the authentication that, being that I'm already logged into Jira, is using. So it totally ignores the API key that I'm passing. So it doesn't even care about it. So basically, we need to mimic that, I guess. So let's see what this says. Let's go down over here. And it says, I hope you implement Jira OAuth 2.0. Based on the documentation, we'll need to set up the OAuth flow with proper credentials and handle authorization process. First, I need you to create an OAuth 2.0 app in the Atlassian developer console and provide necessary credentials. Here are the key. It says here are the keys that I'll need. So basically, we're gonna go to Atlassian developer console, create a new app, and select an existing one, which I believe I have. Go to authorization, configure. Next, all right, callback. Set the. Oh, okay. I was looking for this, right? So there we go with that. Go to permissions. All right. So let me see if I can do that. Let me open this in a new tab first, or go here. Let's go here. All right, so now it tells us to authorization. All right, got authorization. Configure. Callback URL. It's gonna be this right here. Okay, save that change. And then it says go to permissions. And for permissions, it tells us to read Jira work, read Jira user. All right, so configure, read Jira work, read Jira user. Let me go to edit scopes, read Jira work. Where are the other ones? Read Jira work, read Jira user, and offline access for refresh tokens. All right, where is offline access? Where is offline access? I don't see that one. No, there's more than that. Let's see. We recommend that you don't add more than 50 scopes. I only have those shown right there. Let me see if I save that. Oh, wait a second. Let's go here. I don't see the other scopes. Hold on. Where are the other scopes? Oh, let's go to granular. So, okay, here we go. Here we go. So let's do Jira. Let's do read. And let's edit the scope. And we will do Jira user or read Jira. Oh, it's the offline. Read. Read. Let me see. Jira work. Okay. What about that offline access one? I don't see the offline. I don't see. Well, we can live without the offline for now. So I think if we have these for now, we should be good. And all right, so we got that. What else do they say to do? Go to settings to find your client ID and client secret. All right, OAuth client ID. OAuth. All right, so let me go over here. Let me pop that out so you can't see it. Okay, client ID. And client secret. All right, let's see what we got going. All right, so something's happening. Something is happening. I have now added the keys for that you asked for. I'll implement Jira OAuth 2. This will replace your current basic auth approach with proper OAuth flow that should resolve authentication issues. I'm still curious about that permission for the offline, or maybe, where would I find that one? User right. So this was offline access. Go to permissions and add the Jira API with the following scopes. I don't see the scope for offline access, but maybe it's a. Can always do that one later, but I'm just wondering. Refresh. Nope, not there. Perfect. All right, so it's still doing its thing over here. Let's see. Authorization. How are you acting up? All right, so I need to create a database to store the OAuth tokens. Let me create that migration. Users can view their own OAuth tokens. Okay, I guess for now we'll say apply. Not sure if that's going to be the best practice. But like I said the other day, like I've seen Lovable do some egregious database type stuff. So many things that you want to be aware of. Make sure they're not putting stuff out there in the public that should not be in the public, you know. But that's, to me, vibe coding is a lot more than just prompting on a prayer. It is also understanding engineering. Even if you're not the best engineer, you should still understand what you're doing. All right, let's see what we got. We have 3 left. This should be take one up as well. I'm still trying to find this. Access compass, get profile details about currently logged in users personal. It's not any of those. Manage, fetch, register. See if there's one for token. I don't know how the refresh works. Maybe they changed something. Yeah, I don't see anything about offline. It's not that serious for now. All right, so the Jira OAuth integration is now fully implemented. Here's what you can do. Navigate to the admin page to see the new OAuth connection component. Connect to Jira by clicking connect to Jira via OAuth. This will redirect you to Atlassian for authorization. Select projects using the new OAuth powered project selector that loads your actual Jira projects. Well, I guess we'll try it out. Let's go to admin, connect to Jira via OAuth. And we say accept. That's good. And we get an error. We get an error. But have no fear. Tech Coach Ralph is here. Let's go over to here. I was able to get to the OAuth. I wonder if there's anything in the console. No. It's very fresh. Nothing. All right, cool. So I'm gonna say I was able to get to the Atlassian OAuth. However, after confirming my desires to connect to Jira OAuth, I got an error at this URL, and I will say the error that I got. Copy that. Oh, let's do a pretty print. I like pretty print. Let's copy that, and we're gonna go boom, and we send that over. Now that should at least figure out what the hell is going on, and then hopefully we'll be able to log in. See the error, the OAuth callback is receiving the authorization code from Atlassian, but there is an error with the authorization header and the callback function. Looking at the callback, it's showing 401 missing authorization header. Error, the problem is the Jira OAuth callback function. It is trying to use an authorization header that doesn't exist in the callback context. Let me fix this. The issue is that, all right, the callback function doesn't need a user authorization. Okay. I fixed the callback function, properly handle OAuth callback without requiring authorization headers, add better logging, correctly decode, redirect back to your admin page with success or error. All right, so let's try that again. Let me go back again, refresh, connect, and accept. What? It's still happening. It's still happening. Come on. Let's try one more time. Sometimes it doesn't take the first time, so we gotta do it a few more times. Connect. Let's see. Nope, still happening. Still. All right, let me see if I can get some error logs in this. But this would be huge if I can get this to work tonight. When I say huge, I mean huge. Let's go to clear that out. Connect. An error has occurred. So I'm gonna copy this just in case. When I'm on the Jira OAuth page, I'm getting this error in the console. I'm not sure if that is an actual issue or not. All right. So after I authorize the connection, I'm still getting the 401 error. Not that one I want. Let's see. Here is the URL. Here's the error. I don't see anything in the logs that would indicate what is happening. All right, resend that. All right, looking at the error, I can see the issue. OAuth callback function is still expecting an authorization header, even though it's a public callback that shouldn't require authentication. Let me fix this by making the callback function public and removing the authentication. I thought that's what you did last time. By the way, Lovable enabled GPT-5. I think I forgot till when. After this is done, we'll take a look at it. Imagine if this GPT-5 was free for a few days, like not affecting your tokens. I would be finishing like 3 or 4 apps this weekend. We might have a vibe coding show marathon. All right, so I fixed the OAuth callback issue, made the callback function public, set verify JWT to false for the Jira OAuth callback function in Supabase config, remove authentication requirements. OAuth flow should now work properly. The callback function is now public, and it should be since it's called by Atlassian servers, not by authenticated users directly. Regarding the console, that's just a Lovable internal login message that won't affect the OAuth functionality. All right, cool. Let's give it a try. Go back, refresh one more time. I like to refresh twice just to be on the safe side. Connect, and we're gonna say accept. Oh, okay. Now we got a different message. We have a different message now. So, requested path is invalid. Okay, at least we got a different message. Which it seems like Supabase, or it seems like Lovable needs to do something for this path. But that is a good sign. Oh my God, this is a great sign. I am one of the few people who are happy to see error messages. All right, so we got past, and I say we because we are in this together. We got past the 401 authentication error, but we got a new error saying the path is invalid. Looking at the console, I see that it is trying to redirect here, which probably doesn't exist yet since this is a new flow. All right, and I'm gonna go to, we got like 1 minute, so I'm gonna go and take this right here, boom, and I'm gonna paste that into here. How many tokens we have? We have let's use up one of our tokens. I'm probably gonna be working on this on Saturday actually, for our first hour of Vibe Code and Chill, and then in our second hour, I'll probably transition to the conversation about our first app release. All right, let me go and send that. Use up one of my tokens. We're gonna have a really good session on Saturday because I'm gonna be taking you through with the person that I worked on that I worked with building out this app, all the craziness that comes with it, and like as we're winding down, I can feel the sense of relief, right? And as a Q engineer, we are perfectionists. Like it's like if it was up to Q engineers, you'd never go live because there's always something else you want to fix. And I have to be in the position of like, all right, this thing can wait till post go live. This thing, you know what I mean? All right. It says, I see the issue. The OAuth callback is trying to redirect to admin on Superbase domain, but it should redirect to your actual front end application. Let me fix the redirect URLs in the OAuth callback. I've updated the OAuth callback function to redirect to your front end application instead of Superbase domain. The function now front end URL. Variable or defaults to here for local development, redirects all success and errors. All right, maintains. All right, cool. Let's try it again. Let's go over to here. Let's go back. Let's refresh. Let us connect. Let's say accept. And took us localhost. I think we can fix on our own really quick. Let me go over to Superbase engineering metrics dashboard. Let's go to application, project settings, URLs, wherever that may be. Where is that URL section? There is a, did this the other day. Am I blind? Hold on. I gotta be blind. Project settings. Or is it URL configuration? URL configuration. There we go. So instead of localhost, I believe we're gonna have to put in this one right here. Save that. So if we go here, we go back, refresh, connect, accept, fingers crossed. Oh my goodness. It keeps taking me back to localhost. Let me check. Let me check. Edge functions. Secrets. Where is that configured then? Authentication. Oh, it's not that. Authentication, and we go to URLs. Huh. All right. Well, I guess we'll do one more prompt then. it is defaulting me to here and not the preview URL of the application. Do I need to set up a front end URL environment variable in Supabase for this to work, or should it take the URL configuration set in Supabase? All right, that'd be the last prompt. Then we're gonna go to break, but I am like this close to getting this to work, and this, right? This is how I end up being up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what happens. I'm like, oh, I'm just that close, just that close. So you have two options. I can modify the code. All right, we'll do the front end, Supabase dashboard, function settings, environment variables, and add. So we'll do that. All right, we'll go here and we will do, where did they say to go? They said go to dashboard, function settings, environment variables, dashboard, functions. Wait, what? Dashboard, functions. Where's functions? Go here. I see edge functions. I see secrets. I'll just do that. And we will do here. Try that. Try that. Save. Let's see if that works. If that one doesn't work, then there's probably another one that we need to do. There's another location that I'm not familiar with. Let's refresh. Connect. Accept. Hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. Hey. Now, invalid response from Jira API. So that went through, but nothing really happened. But that's okay, because we got further than we did before. It looks like it's still, I don't know, it's still like it didn't necessarily connect, but I think we're making progress though. I don't know. Something happened, but we're getting an invalid response from the API from Jira. Let me check that real quick. See, and this I'm probably gonna be up late. Let me see if I go here, retry, Jira OAuth. Auth URL. Okay, so, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. Just please. Let me just do one more prompt. Please, let me just do one more. Let me throw in the prompt and then we go to break, right? Let me just throw in the prompt and then, I promise. I just want one more prompt and then I'm gonna go to break, okay? Here's what I'm gonna say. Good, please. All right, thank you. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say that I think we need to rework how we are getting the list of projects when after the OAuth connection, we are being returned a or connection, and I go to get a list of the projects. It is telling me there is an error with the API. However, the request is returning. What is it returning? It's returning this. It's returning the auth URL, which I believe we need to use that auth URL to make the official request to get a list of projects. Before, we were expecting the API key to already have access to the projects, but now with this new implementation, I believe it's giving us the auth URL to be able to make further requests. Also, can we update the Jira OAuth to show when a user is connected to Jira and when they are not? Right now, it's the same button that would confuse people, making them think they haven't connected yet. All right, so I'm sending and we're going to break. All right, I promised I was going to break. Now I'm at break. All right, so let me check the chat really quick, and then I'm going to get to my first topic, which is about me. It is about me. All right, let me see what we got going on tonight. Let me see. So Junior says correctly, spoken like a true fiend. What can I say? I'm a token fiend. See the hat? You see the hat. I am a token fiend, available at merch.tickletrap.dev if you are a token fiend like me. All right. So we got to talk about it. We have got to talk about it. All right. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock for this, but I choose to work alone. You know, people, all right. You know how they'll say, I choose to be single. I choose to be single. Right? And we were like, you choose because there's nothing you can do about it.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
Shout out to my guy, Magnetar. Always supporting. That's my guy. Even see, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you guys this, right? Magnetar is the best government employee that I know. All right, I'm just saying. I'm gonna read that super chat in just a bit, but let me talk about this, right? I choose to work alone, and let me put up 5 minutes on this, right? What do I mean by that? Because I work for a company and I work with many developers. I've worked with many developers. I work with many people throughout my entire life, right? But I'll put it like this, right? I'm a very easy person to work with, but that's because I'm very difficult to work with myself. Because Junior will appreciate this, right? I prayed for patience. I pray for patience every single day. And you know what the problem? Do you want to know what the problem is, right?
They ain't believing us.
The problem with my prayer for patience is that God is taking too long. He's taking too long. Like that is the honest to God truth. I pray for patience every single day, and God is taking too long for my patience.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So I have to be very I guess I would say tempered down, because the way that I work, I just keep going and going and going, and I don't stop until I'm done. And I might be super exhausted afterwards. I might crash afterwards, but I need to have a stopping point saying, all right, I've accomplished this goal. We're good. Right. And so when, for example, when setting daily goals, right? And their team daily goals, and for some reason I don't we can't accomplish it, it hurts me. And I'll tell you this, a lot of the people that I have coached in the past, and for whatever reason come and they go, and it's like, for me, I'm always like focused forward. So then when I hear excuses, I'm like, all right, cool. Honestly, it's like whatever. I'm like, whatever, all right, cool. Do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do. But that is one of the reasons that I like, in the type of work that I do, a lot of it I can do alone. There's a lot of it also that you work with other people and stuff like that. But the working with other people part, I need to find I have to create strategies around it so that I don't get frustrated, because I am the type, and you can ask anybody that knows me this, right? When somebody tells me that something's gonna get done, I actually, believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, I actually expect it to get done. I do. It's a crazy, crazy concept, a crazy, crazy notion. And then, you know how they say, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." So when people tell me like, "Oh, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen," and it doesn't happen, and then that just, I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. I got to pivot. And that's why, like, for me, a lot of times I just stay to myself. I don't rely, I guess I would say is a good word for it. Especially when it's like my personal stuff. For work, I will tamp down when necessary, so that we can, because, like, you can ask anybody that I ever work with, like, I am very, very good to work with, right? But I also hate defeat. I hate failure. So let's say it's on me to finish something. It's gonna get done. If it's out of my control, then it's out of my control. But if it's on me, then I will be up until the not the crows, the the roosters start to do their noise in the morning, right? Because I just I don't like to lose.
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
But with that being said, it forces me to be distant, to be cold, to have people believe that I to have people believe that I need to be worked on. But the thing is, I see reality for what it is, not what it should be. Because the way that it should be, people should do what they say that they're going to do when they say they're going to do it. But I know that's not the case. So then I have to create my own path, pioneer my own way. so many, like, and I'll tell you this so many times. I'll give so many different opportunities. Like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Try to help people with this and that. I'm like, you know what? I am not helping. I'm not helping. If you need help, go to God. or if I mean, you should definitely go to God first. But the second thing you should do, because maybe God will send you to be annoyed to success by me. After you go to God, then you can go to techcoachrob.dev. Join us this coming Saturday for our Vibe Code and Chill session, and you can see all the ways that I work. And I'm not like, we're gonna have the conversation I'm gonna have. I'm going to tell you all the little details putting this app together. My tech barbarian is gonna tell you how this came into how this concept came about and craziness, but is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Anyways, that's me. I have to work alone, especially when it's about me. When it's just me, like I cannot rely on other people. It's just not in me. It is just not in me. What's it saying? Trust God, not people. Is that a saying? Is that Junior? Is that a saying? Is that a saying? Trust God, not people. As I was getting ready for this segment, right? I almost forgot this. There's a verse. I think it goes something like, help me out with this, Junior. Can two walk together if they're not aligned? It's an I know it's an Amos, right? But can two walk? And that's for me. Like, I see that, like I said, I might not be patient enough, right? But a lot of times I'm walking and people want to deviate, and I'm like, moving forward, either you're in or you're out. Are you in the circle of trust or are you outside of the circle of trust? That's how I see it. Anyways, that's it. I just, after like very, very few people, my tech barbarian that we've been working on this project since the beginning of the year. We've been working together for almost 2 years now. They stuck through and through. And now we are right at the brink of running it up. All right, that is it. That's it for that. That is it for that. Let me check out the chat really quick. So, we got my guy Magnetar with the $5 super chat.
I appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, coders, cloud watchers, code feeds, etc., please join me in congratulating Tech Coach Ralph on becoming a federal employee finally. I don't know how that happened, but hey, why not? I mean, aren't we all technically federal employees at some point, in some sense? Or maybe, wait, you think about this. No, well, no. I don't know. It's too much to think about. It's too complicated. So, Junior says, God never takes too long. That's right there in teaching you patience.
I appreciate you.
It ain't working, Junior. It ain't working, because I'd be like, all right, well, is it patience to wait for somebody who says they're gonna do something and they don't? I'm like, I'm just gonna do it myself.
Bruh.
And then I'd be right. At the end of the day, I am right. That's why I don't change. I don't budge. I am who I say that I am. All right. And Junior says Amos 3:3. Exactly. That. You know what? That one is gonna be battling my other one, Jeremiah 17 something versus Amos. I might have to update it to Amos. Where's Rod? Where is Rod Brown when you need him? Rod Brown, wherever you are, my new verse, Amos 3:3. All right, that's what it is. And Magnetar says that he is so proud that I have joined the dark side.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Magnetar also says, I never thought this would happen, but you proved me wrong. You know, I do what I can. I do what I can. You know what, Junior? You know what? I figured it out. I figured it out. If I want patience, I should go to the DMV. That's what I should do, right? There's nothing that teaches you patience like the DMV. Let me see. And Magnus says, MB study, if you're watching, your next Miss Freckles, you too. I would see MB study getting federal employment. Miss Freckles, I don't know. I don't know about that. That might be pushing it. All right. All right. So we're supposed to be getting into this web app scanner, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna peek. I'm just gonna peek to see if this was fixed. All right. I'm not gonna do anything more. I'm just gonna have a little look. Is that okay? Let's make sure that this shows properly. All right. Cool. There you go. I gotta take a look, right? I'm not going to make another prompt. I just gotta take a look if it worked. That's it. That's all that I'm gonna do. Okay? Just stop judging me. Stop judging me, all right? Stop judging me. Let's see. I'm just gonna take a look, okay? I promise. Just a look. Okay? So let's see. It says looking at your issue, I can see the problem when you're calling the Jira OAuth function to get the project. It's returning an auth URL instead of the actual project because the function is treating it as an initiate action rather than a project action. The issue is how the Jira OAuth function determines the action. Let me fix this and update OAuth connection component to show the connection status more clearly. Fix the project fetching issue. Updated the Jira OAuth projects hook to properly pass the action equals projects parameter in the URL when calling the function. Improve connection status display. Added clear visual indicators whether the user is connected or not. Green connected, gray not connected, different button. All right, better error handling. The main issue was you were trying to fetch projects. The function wasn't receiving the actions equals project parameter correctly. So it was defaulting to initiate action and returning an auth URL instead of actual project. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's see, because I promised that I would not do any more on this project. So we're connected. We's connected. And if I go over to here, oh my God, we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me a woo. Woo! I'm sorry. That was loud. That was overly loud. I should not have done. But I'm excited. I oh my God. And this is why I, Techo Trauf, does not have patience. This is why I work by myself. Because I'll tell you, when I have to work with people, and when I have to get the opinion of other people, right? They will slow you down and throw you off track. That's why I do first, and then I ask for opinions. I don't ask for opinions first, and then I do, because you will never get anything done if that's the case, right? But boom, I've been trying at this for a few weeks now, but looky here. We have done it. They ain't believing us. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let me if I go to this one, and let's take this one. Let's take I don't know what this K-optical thing is. Did I have anything else? Let's go with those two. And we have that. Manage Jira projects you want to track, project name, description. Select the Jira project key to associate with the project. Let's see, we do TCR projects. Do that. Create projects, see what happens with that. If I go back to my dashboard, and let me refresh this real quick. So we have our Jira. we have our GitHub. If I go to the regular site and is this correct? Oh no, wait. Is that right? No, that's not right. That's go to your dashboard. Oh, gotta fix this one too. Okay, cool. We're good though. We are good. I know what we need to do. So we're good. We are good. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna work on this later tonight. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. All right, now that I can sleep tonight, we're gonna get to working on this security app. So I haven't really showed this to anybody yet, but how did I use? Oh, because all right, yeah, that's right. Doesn't make sense. Because the re-up man came and I used some of my credits. That's what happened. All right, we're good. So let me sign out of here, and I'm gonna go over into the other account, and I will show you my web security app that I've been building off and on, give you some context about it, and then we're going to continue working on that. All right, so let's go over here, and I'm gonna throw up 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
Okay, so this, I call it, the domain name is protectmyvibe.com. I wanted to make it don't kill my vibe, but that was kind of weird, right? But I call it Protect My Vibe, which the goal of this application is supposed to be a vibe coded security scanner. So for vibe coded applications, you should be able to pass in your domain name and it should do a scan for you, right? But I was this close to releasing it, right? But there was I thought about something, like something's not good. Something's not good. Because it was just scanning the application from a service level, and I'm saying, well, what if a user authenticates and then they try to what if there's security hacks after you actually connect? So I said, I went to Gemini, right? I went to Gemini and I said, let me see if I can find my Gemini prompt. Because I am using a bunch of different tools to be able to mix and match things together. You know what I mean? So if we go to, let me see if I can find this. It would, there we go. So let me go here. We put that as part of here. So let me zoom in a bit. All right. Let me start from over here. So I said I built an application to scan vibe-coded web applications for security vulnerabilities. It works by passing in the URL of the site, and it does some basic checks. However, I think it's missing something by not being able to authenticate with websites that have login functionality. Can you let me know if I'm missing some key functionality and what features might be needed to make it very comprehensive security test, right? So that was my fear. And I don't want to put an app out there that's not doing what it's supposed to do, and then now I'm charging people for it, and it's like doing a lackluster job. I'm not going to read all of this, but it says robust authentication handling. Simply passing a URL isn't enough for modern web apps. You need to teach your scanner how to log in and maintain a valid session. So that session management, configurable login sequence, enhanced crawling discovery, which would have headless browser for crawling, such as Puppeteer or Selenium or Playwright, API endpoint discovery, force browse discovery, directory brute forcing, core vulnerability and detection modules, injection flaws, SQL injections, cross-site scripting, XSS, command injection, broken access control, insecure direct object reference, privilege escalation, security misconfiguration, software version disclosure, verbose error messages, yada yada yada, advanced capabilities, so some more stuff, all that, right? So I said, and then I said, all right, cool. I said, cool. I see what I need. I said, what tools in Node would I be able to use to accomplish the comprehensive site security scan? So it gave me a list of stuff, right? It says, so for browser automation and crawling, Puppeteer or Playwright, maybe Selenium. For HTTP request and session management, Axios. GOT. I never heard of GOT before. I have used Axios. For parsing and analysis, Cheerio. I've used Cheerio. DOM Purifier and JS DOM. I've used JS DOM before. For vulnerability payloads and reporting, regular expressions for regex, templating engines, PDF kit for generating PDF reports, and all that. So what I did was I went in here and I just copied. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, over here I copied. Let me see. Let me see. I think I started from, so this 28. When is this? So yeah, I said in order to test properly, test the application, we should have a way to log into the site if possible and scan after being authenticated. Crawling the site, looking at SQL injections. Can we find a way to implement below? So then I just copied and pasted everything that I got from Gemini, and I pasted the whole thing in here. I pasted the whole thing in there. And let me see. So yeah, I pasted all of this stuff in here. And it got to work, right? It says that I can see you want to enhance the security scanner to perform authenticated scanning, which it will significantly increase the effectiveness by accessing protected areas of the application. Let me analyze the current code base and understand what's already implemented. And not only does it enhance the scanning, it also enhances the money.
Money. Hey. I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
All right, I'm just saying. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna lie.
Tell the truth.
I want more money. All right. So now so it's analyzing. All right. It says current state analysis, no authentication capabilities, basic vulnerability testing, no session management, no header browser, no CSRF token handling, right? Enhanced authentication. So database schema updates, enhanced scanner architecture, right? Authentication flow implementation, enhanced vulnerability testing, advanced crawling and discovery, UI enhancements, security and privacy, technical implementation, benefits. So benefits 10x more coverage. Does that mean we can charge 10x more money? Real world vulnerability discovery, OAuth top 10 compliance, enterprise ready, handle complex authentication schemes used in production apps. All right. So we implemented the plan, had a bunch of issues, but we had database stuff to do. And, Lovable always tells you that something is working, but it's not. So here's a question. Magnetar, Junior, whoever else is watching, what color scheme does this remind you of, right? What color scheme does this remind you of? All right, so we're going to try it out. I'm going to get the error, and then we're going to try to fix these issues, okay? I'm going to do a comprehensive scan. I'm going to do... Let's do the homeschool app. And we will do authentication form-based. So now it's going to ask for the login form. We are going to go over to Let's log out. We're going to go take the URL for the login. What if I did login in here? No. Okay. We're going to do this for auth page. We're going to go to here. And after we are logged in, we can look for the word admin to verify that we are logged in. Username field is going to be, I believe, email. Sign an email. And then the password field would be probably just password, I suppose. Sign in password. So put in the password field name. Is it name? Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Is there a name? Because normally we would have a name. Let me see something. Name. We don't have any. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this project in WebStorm so that I can add the name field. And by adding the name field, that should allow us to hopefully find it. Let me go to here. Let's go here. Let's go over to here. And this is going to be on the sign-in form. But here's the thing, right? Although I'm doing this for this account, it should be able to find it even if it's like, it should be able to find it regardless, right? But just for the sake of trying to test this, right? I'm going to make this modification, but it shouldn't rely on it. You know what I mean? Name equals sign in email, or just call it email. And password equals, probably should have pulled it first, but whatever. Oh, name. So now I go here and I say get pull. All right, get status, get commit, src, m, updated sign-in form to have names field, get push. All right, so I pushed that up. In theory, we wouldn't want that to happen. All right. Let's see. So let's refresh here. So let's go back over here. And let's go here. And do we have name yet? ID. Let's refresh again. We should have the field name at some point. Where is it? Name. Input. Why is it not there? I pushed it up. It should be there. There. Why is that an error? Element doesn't have autocomplete attribute. Okay. Whatever. That's a input name. All right, cool. Perfect. So now we can say email and password. So let's go back over to here. Say email, password. I don't even know the login. Let me see. Let me see. Looking for a password. I'm gonna create another account. Let's create a test account. So I'm gonna say, find your Hive. Let's get the free, or let's get this plan. Pay without link. Oh, wait a second. Let's go through here. Let's do homeschool Hive 1 at techcoachralph.dev. Card 4242424242 1030 111. Let's go to Coach Ralph 33063, I guess. Start free trial. There's a lot of work I need to do on this. Based on what I learned on the other application, there's a lot of work I need to do on this when it comes to the Stripe part of it. All right, so we're good here. And now to create the account. Oh, shoot, it was homeschool hive 1 at techcoachralph.dev. So many things that I learned from the other project that I'm going to be able to apply here. We're going to do TCR HSH 2025. TCR HSH 2025. There we go. Create account. All right. So we are going to now go over to here and homeschool hive 1 at techcoachralph.dev. And TCR HSH 2025. The reason I'm saying it out loud because I know I'm going to forget it next stream. So I can always go back and watch my own video to see what the password that doesn't matter actually is. And I'm going to say send this to techcoachralph@gmail.com, although it doesn't work. And we're going to say, I'm going to open up this. I know it's going to fail, but I need to see what's failing. It's going to be a mess, but I need to see it so I can try to fix it. See what I mean? So this isn't changing, but I can see here that things are happening. And another thing that's a problem is that it is putting, oh, okay, actually it started actually, but it doesn't say like that it's actually getting started. What I want, so a couple of things I want to do, right? I'm going to just list the issues that I'm having. All right. So first issue, after starting the scan, the button just sits there like nothing happened. About 10 to 20 seconds later, it goes to the scan page. That is in progress. We should gray out the button and show some some type of processing or loading indicator so that sometimes processing your loading indicator so that the user knows that it's working. So that's the first thing. Let's go back over here. Another issue that it's having is it is passing in the password inside of the like it's not masking the password. That's not good, right? I'm gonna copy this right here, and I'm going to say to the scan is passing in the user auth credentials in the console, which is not safe and can be intercepted. We need a way to mask the user / password in the consoles. Let me get that whole thing. Let's copy that.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Why is it not? Hold on. Let me just copy this one then. Copy object, paste that in there. And then creates the record. That's all good. Scan results is completed. Then we get 3. We get the scan results, but it stays loading on that page and nothing on the scan page, and doesn't redirect to the results page. Right? It doesn't even take me to the scan page now that I'm noticing it. If I take the scan ID and manually go to the results page, I get an error on the page. So the results page is /results/scan ID. So if we take this scan ID right here and I do preview --vibe /results/this, I get this page. So I will pass in this URL and a screenshot of, maybe I can do a screenshot of 2 pages. Let's go to this one. And this one. Let's see if we can do these. All right, and I'm going to say below are the issues that I am having after starting up a scan. All right, sending that off, and we are going to go to break. All right. So let me check the chat real quick, and then we will get to our next topic, which is about open AI. All right, so let's see. Magnetar says that the public sector is not, I repeat, is not the dark side.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Sure. If you say so. And Magnetar says the private sector is the enemy of everything that is good. This is one of those moments that I ask myself carefully, should I censor myself or should I say what I'm really, really thinking? I'm just going to say what I'm really thinking. All right. I thought about it. There would be no public sector without, I repeat, without the private sector. All right. I'm just saying. There would be no public sector if the private sector did not exist. Why is that? Here's why. Magnetar. Let me help you out real quick. If I did not have the private sector to go work for and give me a job, then I couldn't have my money stolen, yes, stolen by the public sector.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep. Every single time that I pay taxes, I hear DJ Khaled whisper in my ears.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep. It is what it is. I've learned to live with it. And Junior says that the layout is based off of a rainbow. Not exactly. Actually, I was going for a Black Panther-esque type of theme when I was designing it. I said make it look like something related to Black Panther, and that's the color scheme that they came out. That's why you have the gold, the purple, all that good stuff. We got my guy Rod Let's Go Live Brown in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? Great show last night as always. Shout out to my guy Rod Brown. All right. So that is not what I wanted to do. Let's get into this topic really, really quick. OpenAI. Yes, OpenAI gives the government ChatGPT for just $1. I was just saying, if it wasn't for the private sector, there would be no public sector, and OpenAI and ChatGPT just proved me right. Let's go read about it. Let me throw up 5 minutes on this one. So OpenAI is giving, or I would say gifting, yes, they're gifting ChatGPT to the government for just $1. Key points. And this article is brought to us by CNBC. Key points. OpenAI on Tuesday announced it will offer its ChatGPT enterprise product to U.S. federal agencies for $1 through the next year. Do you know how much, me being a private sectarian, right? I hope that's a word. If I wanted to use ChatGPT Enterprise, do you know how much that I would have to pay? Do you know how much my company probably has to pay for us to have access to Google Gemini, to ChatGPT, to Devin? But no, the federal agencies, they get it for $1 through the next year. But the private sector is the enemy of everything that is good. But when y'all come with y'all hands out saying, can I get some AI? Can I get some tokens? Can I get some tokens? Can I please? Y'all want to be fiending for free. At least I be paying for my tokens. I'm just saying. At least I pay for my tokens. I pay for my tokens. I'm just saying. The company has been working to deepen its ties to lawmakers and regulators in recent months. See, this is the new lobbying. This is the new lobbying, right? They used to just pay the lawmakers directly. Now they're like, you know what, Junior, you see this? Like, it used to be, I got these cheeseburgers, but now they're like, I got these tokens for you. See what I mean? In June, OpenAI launched a new offering called OpenAI for Government and said it was awarded a contract of up to $200 million by the U.S. Department of Defense. Y'all hate us so badly, but you need us. You need us in your... Yeah. They be talking so much big trash on the private sector, but they need us so badly. See me? I'm not even gonna say what I would do. I'm not even gonna say. OpenAI on Wednesday announced it will offer its ChatGPT Enterprise product to U.S. federal agencies for $1 through the next year, making its technology available to the federal executive branch workforce at essentially no cost. Right? At least I'm not paying for this, right? Same. The company has been working to deepen its ties to lawmakers and regulators in recent months, and it will open its first office in Washington, D.C. early next year. Sounds like they're going down the same road that Microsoft went down in like 1995. The same exact road. And guess what? People hated, and they still hate Microsoft. They still use the Microsoft private sector operating system, but they still hate the company. They still hate the company. I'm just saying.
I'm just being honest.
OpenAI said participating agencies will get access to its frontier models through ChatGPT Enterprise and will also offer access to features like advanced voice mode for an additional 60-day period. I don't have access to advanced voice mode. I don't have access to advanced voice mode. I'm just saying. The company has partnered with the U.S. General Service Administration, the GSA. What does the GSA do? To launch the initiative. Helping government work better, making services faster, easier, and more reliable is a key way to bring the benefits of AI to everyone. Nope, I totally disagree with that. They don't need us. OpenAI, they don't need the private sector. They are so much better. The public sector got it on point. They got it on point. They don't need us. They do not need us. Right? Magnetar? Y'all don't need us. Y'all got it, don't y'all? And then tomorrow.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Yup. In June, OpenAI launched a new offering called OpenAI for Government and said it was awarded a contract for up to $200 million by the U.S. Department of Defense. The company is currently engaging in talks with investors about a potential stock sale.
Move on, back to work, chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work.
The company is currently engaging in talks with investors about a potential stock sale at a valuation of roughly $500 billion. $500 billion. As CNBC previously reported. OpenAI announced a $40 billion funding round in March at a $300 billion valuation, by far the largest amount ever raised by a private tech. Oh, wait, did that say? My eyes don't fail me now. Did that say? Hold on a second. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Does that say private? Is that word private? Junior, help me out. My eyes aren't too good right now. My eyes are not too good right now. Does that word say private right here? Is it like Saving Private Ryan? Is that word private? Oh, my bad. My bad. The enemy of all things good. Just saying. I'm just saying. All right. But the largest amount ever raised by a private tech company. That's all we got. That is all that we got. All right.
Tell the truth.
They hate us, but they need us. They hate us, but they need us. It is what it is. It is what it is. Another win in the books for these tech private companies. If y'all so good, build it yourself. If y'all so good, build it yourselves. Shot fired. Junior, are those shots fired? All right. I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. All right. I love the public sector. Yeah. All right. So let me see. You can't even pick up your own trash. Like, y'all contract waste management to pick up trash. Like, I cannot with you, Magnetar. I cannot. All right. Let me see. Junior said to Rod Brown, "Did you see the channel?" I made sure I sent it to him. All right. I made sure I sent it to him right after the stream. So if he did not see it, that is his own fault because I sent it to him right away. Rod Brown says, "Yes, looking good." Watch this. Junior, let me see. What was the video about, Rod Brown? What was the live stream about? What was the unlisted live stream about? Let us know. Pop quiz. What was Junior's video about, and how long was it? Now, if Rod Brown takes longer than 5 minutes to answer, that means he went to look it up right then and there and watch it to find out. That's what it means. Putting him on the spot.
Bruh.
Just saying. All right. Enough fun and games. Enough fun and games. Let's get to our very, very last segment of work on this application. Throw up 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
All right, so we are here, and let's start looking at the issues you've identified. I'll fix them step by step. Let me address all 4. Button loading, adding proper loading indicators, and console security, mask sensitive credentials and logs, scan completion, redirect, fix the redirect login. All right, cool. So fixed all 4 issues, added proper loading indicator, got that. Console security, implemented a credential masking in the console. All username and password fields are now shown as masked. Let's see. In console output, while the actual credentials are still sent to the backend security. All right, cool. Scan completion redirect. Enhance the scan progress component to properly detect scan completion and redirect to results after a 2-second delay, giving the user time to see the completion status. Results page error handling. Completely rewrote the error handling in the results page to gracefully handle missing data, show appropriate error messages, and provide fallback content when scan data is incomplete. The application will provide a much better user experience with proper loading states, secure logging, automatic redirects, and robust error handling. Let's see. Let's go to. All right. Let's go ahead and fix these. I didn't even share the screen. I did not even share the screen. Hold on, let's go over here. All right. So basically, this is all the stuff that I read that was not working, and it's fixing it now. I'm gonna have to fix this too. Rod Brown said the video was about the drone shots. That is true. That is true. Very, very good. Very good. And he says it was about 13 to 14 minutes long. Shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. Shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. I knew you watched. I see, and that's why, this is why I put, because if I didn't believe in Rod Brown, I wouldn't have put him on the spot like that, right? I would not have put him on the spot. But I know my guy. If he says he's gonna, he is one of the few. He's one of the few. If he says he's gonna do something, he will actually do it. Even going live on Wednesday nights at the Rod Brown channel. What an amazing communicator and content creator. I must say, right? Very, very well done. Very well done. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Let me examine the issue step by step. All right, got that. Let me see. Fix the TypeScript issues. We still got an error, so let's go ahead and fix that one too. I'll say this, on Saturday when we're doing our vibe code and chill session at techwithdrop.dev in the Patreon, we're going to be having a Google Meetup, right? I'm going to be giving my perspective because what I mostly do, what I've been doing as my career is QA engineer. For this work right here, I am the software engineer, somewhat, right? I'm the prompt and software engineer, because I will bring the code into my own IDE, fix it up, and push it back, then prompt something, go from there. But getting that business mindset, what do customers want, when to put a code freeze, what to fix now, what can be fixed in a future iteration. I'm going to be sharing that insight as well. It's going to be a great and riveting conversation at techcoachdrop.dev. I highly, highly recommend that you go and join us for that vibe code and chill session, because I am going to give you a lot of insight, a lot of tea on everything. Me and my tech barbarian are going to be talking about all the things that we experienced working on this project, some scares, some successes, and how we got to where we got today, right? All right, let's see. So this is fixed. Let's go and refresh this page. Copy that. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. All right, let's go here. Comprehensive scan. We are going to say authentication is form-based and login is here. And success should be admin, username should be email, and it's going to be homeschoolhive1@techcoachralph.dev. Password TCRHSH 2025. And techcoachralph@gmail.com. Start the scan. All right, there we go. That looks good. Initializing security scan. That's what we wanted. So the first thing, check. And let's see if we check here. We go here. There we go. Masked. I like that. And we get to here. That is way too fast for a scan. The scan is not happening. I'll tell you that much. I know the scan is not happening. Let me check network. It's only going to step 1, it looks like. So, all right. So now I'm going to say the scan is completing really fast and not reporting any actual results. It doesn't seem like the scan is actually going through all of the steps that have been defined as part of the security scan. Can you make sure that all the components of the scan are actually being performed, such as let me go to where's my Gemini? To my Gemini. I'm gonna copy this over again. Well, I'm just gonna copy this over again. I'm just gonna copy this whole thing again. I'm gonna go here. We should be integrating with all the tools that are necessary to accomplish this. We can go step by step if necessary to implementing this successfully. All right, let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Looking at the code, the edge function logs, I can see the scan is completing very quickly in about 10 seconds, and it's not performing comprehensive security testing. The enhanced security scanner is currently just doing a basic simulated steps with set timeout delay rather than that. All right, let me analyze what needs to be implemented and start with the core security scanning functionality. The main issue is that the current implementation doesn't actually perform the security test. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But we're going to get it right. We are going to get it right. So writing security engine, writing. All right, there we go. Now we're talking. I can see writing the web crawlers. Let's see. Let me see. All right, so it's doing its thing. So now we should start getting some real results. Let me see what we have, what we asked it for. So we asked it for session management, configurable login sequence. Okay. URL to the login page. All right, cool. We got that. So enhance. So it's doing the crawling now. It's going to do the API discovery and the force brute. All right. So let's see where we're at here. Writing enhanced security. Let me see if let's take a look at what it's doing. Let me start by significantly enhancing the security scanning capabilities. I'll modify the enhanced security scanner to perform actual tests instead of just simulated delays. Let me see. Let's go all the way down. We can see. imagine if you could write code this fast. Look at that. Look how fast it's writing the code. Boom. Let's see. I have significantly enhanced the security scanning system with comprehensive real security tests. All right. SQL injection testing, XSS testing, access control and testing, control testing, advanced security header and analysis, advanced web crawling, enhanced authentication integration, comprehensive reporting. Let's see. Session tokens are extracted properly and throughout the scan. What else did we ask for though? What else did we ask for? right, let's start with this. So let's go to here. Let us go back to scan setup, refresh the page. And if we go down to Homeschool Hive again, and we go over to here, paste that, comprehensive, authentication is form-based, auth, admin, email, homeschool hive 1 at techcoachrob.dev, password tcrhsh20 tcrhsh2025, crawl death medium. All right, cool. techcoachralph at gmail.com. Start the scan. Let's see what happens. Let's go to console. Scan record created. Mask body. Okay, cool. Make sure we got all of our masks in here too. Initializing. Let's go here. Scan. Oh, okay. So it's actually working now because it's going through the scan execution. However, oh, you see that? But here's another issue. It's showing the, it's storing the, oh, wait a second. Something, oh, function failed due to not having enough compute resources. Awesome. So we'll fix that. So it's working. Now we know that it's working, but we're going to need, I had this issue when I first tried to work on this, and it's because it's like, we need to stream the requests, right? So that's good. That is good. That means it's working. And this is why I am the way that I am. A lot of people would get discouraged by when things don't work, especially like a lot of vibe coders, they get really, really discouraged when things don't work. For me, I live for it. I live for it because I love solving problems. I am like, as soon as I'm done with one problem, I'm already off to the next problem. Right. So now I'm like, all right, cool. We see what the issue is. We are going to solve for it. We're going to solve for it. It's going to keep going. So whatever. I'm going to say a couple of things. Let's go to I can see copy URL. I can see in the network logs for the logs when scanning, when querying the database, the username and password are being displayed. Let's go here and let's go to, oh, you finally showed up. I forgot all about you. You finally showed up. That was, I thought you weren't coming. I thought you weren't coming. All right, so we're gonna take this as well, copy object, and we're gonna go to here. Also, are we able to stream the requests being made to the scan execution endpoint, because it is hitting a worker limit. So now I'm going to take this endpoint right here, copy URL. I wish I could just copy the whole thing. Like if I go here, is there a way to copy the entire copy response, copy all listed as fetch? What is, let me see what the stack trace does. What that stack trace do? Let's see. Nope. Not much. All right, so we'll copy the body. Copy object, copy response, paste that in here. And I don't believe those were actually completed. But let's see. Scan, select scan. What is this? Scan steps. Authenticating with target. How do I know if it actually authenticated? Attempting to log in. Attempting valid login. Validating session. Extracting session tokens. Map. All right. So while we have this, I am going to send my prompt anyways over here to see what we can do with that, right? Let's go with that. And I still have some tokens. I still have some tokens left over. I'm telling you, I am the most functional token fiend ever. By the way, did you guys see the video yesterday on how to effectively manage your tokens? I broke it down in so many different ways on how you can be a functional token fiend like me.
You're such a nerd.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's see. So I can see 2 critical issues here that need immediate attention. Security issue, username and passwords are being stored in plain text in the database, which is a major security vulnerability, you think? Performance issues, the scan execution is hitting worker limits due to memory compute constraints. Let's go look at the code being written. This is so cool to see the code being written like this. Rod Brown, my guy Rod Brown. Do you write code this quickly? Do you write code this quickly, Rod Brown? The people want to know. The people want to know. All right, I've implemented 2 critical fixes, modified super base scan service to mask username and password in the auth config before storing the database. Added a mask config. All right, cool. Updated the scan execution function to use background task with edge time wait until to avoid worker timeouts. Implement chunk processing and enhanced security scanner to handle URLs in smaller batches. Added memory management techniques like processing delays, garbage collection hints, and URL limits. The function now returns immediately while the scan continues in the background.
Lunch break.
All right, let's go and try one last time. Let me see what's going on over here. Is this really working? Let me see something. Why does this show? Oh, I see. Because all right, I see what's going on. Every time it's trying, it is. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna throw in one more thing in here. Looking at the report or the scan in process, or I don't know, the scan progress page, every time the scan execution times out, it shows the, what's the word I'm looking for? It shows the steps that are being taken over and over again. It is very confusing to see the same steps and sub-steps multiple times on the progress page. Is there a way to better handle that so customers are not confused? All right, that'll be our last prompt of the night. Hopefully, at least for me on stream. You know, I cannot promise you what happens after that. But I am gonna go back to my metrics dashboard. I got so many things in progress. Monday's Canon Conversation is gonna be awesome because I'm gonna talk to you guys about how everything that I do is still directed at one end goal. I have many missions, right? So I have many missions, and they're all targeted at one place. You know, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about how we need to stop being scatterbrained, and we need to be very, very focused and have many things all working together for the good of our mission. All right. Let me see. Looking at I can see the issue when the scan execution times out and retries. New scan steps are being created each time, leading to duplicate steps showing in the UI. Let me fix this by updating that to check for existing steps before creating new ones and improve the UI to handle retries more gracefully. Cool. So that's done. And now we are going to let's fix that issue. Shouldn't be much. All right. I need to fix the TypeScript error. All right, we got that happening. And I'll tell you this. Like, when you're setting up these applications, there is so much. Rod Brown. Please tell the people. Please tell the people. Is building applications only writing code? Is it only writing code? Because I know, and I know that you know, that there is so many other things outside of writing code. So when people go in, they take like a boot camp, they take some online course or whatever, and now they just slap the title software engineer in their signature, and they have not built one. Yes, they have not built one application yet. I'll be like, man, get out of here, get the hell out of here. Knowing about OAuth, and you saw what we did with Jira earlier, right? With OAuth and callbacks. What do you call the other stuff? Infrastructure. So many different things come into play, right? All right, let's go to. Let's try this one more time. Let's go here, and we are going to go to that. Let's do this one, that one, auth, admin, email, homeschool hive, one at techcoachralph.dev, TCR HSH 2025. Let's turn this on. Start the scan. What? What was that? What was that? It was all good just a week ago. It was Junior, new song. It was all good just a prompt ago. You know what? Let me add that to the list. It was all good. We're gonna make a song tonight. It was all good just a prompt ago. And that one can't be country. Yep. It was all good just a prompt ago. I don't know what just happened here. You suck. You suck. What just happened here? I'm gonna say that I think the let me have left. I think the scan went back to simulating scans because this time all scans ran at the same time and I got no real results. At least let me check if the network. I don't even see, oh wait, let's see, scan execution. It didn't even do the scan execution. I didn't even see the scan execution logs in the network tab. I'm gonna copy. Man, nothing to copy here. Let me see, console. This is the console logs. And so here's what I'm gonna do, right? While this is happening, I'm gonna go to Sumo and I'm gonna create my song. It was all good, just a prompt ago. All right, so let me go to, let's go to Suno, create, and let's go to here. And I'm gonna say, I was vibe coding and things were on the up and up. Then I tried to fix an issue and all hell broke loose. It was all good just a prompt ago, but now I'm downtrodden and out of tokens. I'm helpless now. There we go. So let's get those lyrics, right? Let's see what we get with the lyrics. Down and out of tokens. I'm gonna call it it was all good just a prompt ago, but it was smooth silk and just a blink ago. Now I'm tangled. There we go. I like that. Oh, this is good too. It was all good. Code is broken, helpless now. Screens unspoken. It was all good just a prompt ago. Go with this one. I'm gonna go with this one, and I am going to use a persona of this one, vibe coding. And we are gonna say it's called It Was All Good Just a Prompt Ago. And we're gonna create that while that's doing its thing. Let it work. See, I'm always pairing my work, right? So now while the song is creating, I'm gonna go back to Lovable. Looking at your console, I can see the issue description. I can see that the scan is indeed falling back to the simulated scans instead of using real scan execution. The problem is that the logic that determines when to show real scan versus fallback results. Let me analyze step by step. The scan is executing, as evidenced by the edge function logs you showed earlier. The scan completes successfully, but the results page is showing fallback data instead of real scans. The condition, in the condition results is not properly detecting we have real scan data. The issue is the conditional scan logic, all right, that determines whether to show real or fallback. Let me fix. Improved detection logic has real scan data variable now properly checks if we have comprehensive scan results versus fallback. Added debug logging, visual indicators, better fallback message. The issue was previous logic was too restrictive and wasn't properly detecting when real scan data was available. Now it checks for completed status, valid scan results, objects, now empty scan results, more than just fallback data with not just one URL, with 0 vulnerabilities and 0 findings. This should now properly show your scan results. All right, let's go and fix that. Check my song. Ooh, it's too short though. I'm gonna have to make it longer. But we can check it out though. We can check it out. Let me go and share my system audio. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the scan, and then while the scan is allegedly happening, we're going to try to listen to the song. It was all good, just a prompt ago. Okay. All right, let's go to let's say comprehensive form auth admin. Username is going to be email. Homeschool hive1 at techcoachralph.dev. Password is tcrhsh 2025. And we're going to do start. All right. We somewhere. All right. So, why do I go so fast? I don't trust it. Something's not right. It's like the scan is happening, but it's not. Let me see something real quick. If we go to here and we go to functions. Oh, this is the wrong project. Let's go to here. Edge functions, scan. Let's go to this one. Logs. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing some stuff, right? I'm gonna throw this in there. Load older. Okay, here we go. So if we look at the logs, all right, starting to enhance security with memory optimization, attempting updated step authentication, attempting to log in, login form, a retrieve login page, initial cookies, email and password, validating authentication, checking for success indicators, substantial content without login indicators suggests success, checking for that. Authentication success, all right, updated, all right, cool, we got that. Starting memory optimized crawling error. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say here are The scan execution is performing. However, according to the super base logs, the function is having errors, right? Paste that. I'm just going to paste the different errors that we're having. So there's that one. Is that the same one? I'm going to paste that too. That right there. Let's go over to, we got those two. Let's go to this one. Let's go to that one. Oops. Let's go to this one. All right, cool. So I'm going to drop that in there, and then we will send that off, and then we will go to listen to It Was All Good Just a Prompt Ago. All right, sending that off. Let's go and listen up. Let's go and listen in. All right. Let's see. So this is the first one. This is the first one it came up with. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. That is not long enough for an album. So I might have to work on that one, but let's go.
It was all good, just a prompt to go. Lines of light made my circuits glow. Now I'm drowning in a sea of code. A bug, a glitch, and the system slowed. I reached too far. Try to debug fate, but the tokens fail, and it's too late. I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go. Syntax screams like a ghost in the shell. Loops on fire, dragging me through hell. Error whispers where my dreams once dwelled. Each click feels like a shattered spell.
I thought I could, I thought I'd win, but now I'm trapped in this endless spin.
I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go.
All right, we will play the second version as we end the show, but let me just check on what happened over here. See what I was able to do. Looking at the log, you can see the issue clearly. The enhance is trying to call methods that don't exist on the web crawler. And security engine classes, this crawler dot cross site, but the web crawler class has crawl and not cross site. The test engine has that. The problem is the enhanced security. All right, cool. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna leave it here. We're gonna leave it here, right? I will pick up on this probably on my own, but next Thursday night for our ethical hacking night, we will review what I did in the past between now and next Thursday, and we'll continue working on it. All right. By that, so this is probably going to be our second app to go live. I shall see. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Here we are. Here we are. Did you guys have fun? Did you guys have fun? Are you not? I ask again, are you not entertained? Does that work? No, it doesn't. Did you guys have fun? I had a great time. I had a great time. We made music. We built, we got Jira working. We got, we're making progress on our security scanner. We had a great all around conversation, and OpenAI gifted a private company, gifted the federal government, the public company, ChatGPT Enterprise just for $1 whole, right? You can't even get like, you don't even have dollar menus anymore. Dollar Tree isn't even a dollar anymore. It's a $1.25 tree now. But the federal government, the feds, they get OpenAI ChatGPT Enterprise for $1. Have it your way. Have it your way. Let me check the chat before we get out of here, right? Actually, no, before I check the chat. Well, no, I'll check the chat first. Let me see. Let's see. Rod Brown says he pleads the fifth. Please the fifth on if he can code that. I know you can, Rod Brown. I know you can. Rod Brown says no, that being a software engineer is not just writing code. It's way more than writing code. When you're building an actual app or software, it also takes strategy, UI, development, infrastructure, and setup before you even get to MVP 1. Yup, that is a fact. And if you do not know that, then
Congratulations, you played yourself.
a lot of things come into play. Trust me. I've done it many times on teams as a Q engineer. Now that I'm doing it on my own side as the Rod Brown's position, there's a lot. There is a huge learning curve, but I am with it. All right. Junior is laughing at me again, but I truly deserve it. It was all good just a prompt to go, right? Junior says the true token fiend music. Look, I got to be here for my people, right? I got to be here for my people. Hello, my name is Sekotrov, and I have a problem. I am a token fiend. Welcome to Tokens Anonymous. Yes. And Rod Brown says that song is straight fire. I love it. And Junior says, great show as usual. Value. But thank you so much, Junior.
I appreciate you.
All right, as we wrap it up today, remember, tomorrow we have the Bug Bite. We're going to be talking about Louis Vuitton in the Netherlands is being accused of money laundering. We're going to take a look at that, see what that's all about. How did Louis Vuitton get tied up in a money laundering scheme? We're going to check that out. And then Saturday, you do not want to miss it. Saturday, Vibe Code and Chill. Come and Vibe Code and Chill with me. We are going to be working on some app. I'm not sure which one. Maybe we'll be working on the dashboard one for like the first hour-ish. I have a lot of tokens to get rid of. So probably Saturday and Sunday. Sunday on the live stream. Saturday, we're going to be having our Google Meet, which I will be recording, putting it available for playback inside of the Patreon as well. I think I'm going to stream it to YouTube members as well on Saturday. It should be streaming to YouTube members. All right. And then the second hour, we are going to have a conversation where you guys can ask us questions, but me and my tech barbarian who built the application together. If you've been to a previous Vibe Code and Chill session, if you've watched the playback, you know which application I'm talking about. RF. Yes, that one, RF. By Saturday afternoon, it should be live already, available for the world to get value from. All right. But we're going to be talking about it. We're going to talk about all the intricacies, all the things that I learned, all that good stuff, all the things that my tech barbarian learned, from project management to QA engineering and more, right? That's techcoach.dev. It's already posted with the link. Add it to your calendar. Add it to your calendar because you do not want to miss it. It's going to be fire. It's going to be straight fire. So I really, really hope to see you there. And anything else? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. Like I said, techwithdrop.dev. If you love this hat, if you love this hoodie, nerdy by nature, token fiend like me, like as you saw, clearly demonstrated, merch.techwithdrop.dev. Check out the Captivity album. This is going to be another fire album. This is going to be a fire album, I must say. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to play the second version of the song on our way out. You guys have a good night. Techwithdrop, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
It was all good, just a prompt to go. Lines of light made my circuits glow. Now I'm drowning in a sea of cold. A bug, a glitch, and the system slow.
I reached too far, tried to debug fate, but the tokens fell, and it's too late. I'm down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken.
It was all good, just a prompt to go. Syntax scream like a ghost in a shell. Loops on fire, dragging me through hell. Air whispers where my dreams once dwelled. Each click feels like a shattered spell.
I thought I could, I thought I'd win, but now I'm trapped in this endless spin. I'm down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken.
It was all good, just a prompt to go.
People walk in like a fleeting breeze. People go like a summer breeze, whisper through my life, then vanish with ease. I ain't stuck replaying those fading tracks. Eyes on the road, no looking back. I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard, never break that trust.
They say you need roots, but I'm chasing skies. I'll plant my feet when the moment's right. I'm a rolling stone, not a chain to bind. Freedom in my veins is the state of mind.
They come with words like they mean forever, but forever's just a fleeting endeavor. I won't lean on what I can't control. I'm whole on my own, I keep my soul. I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard, never break that trust.
Dependency's a prison I won't call home. No one knows my journey, I'm on my own. Forward is the anthem, the beat I drum. The past is a shadow, the future's the sun.
I've seen faces fade like mist at dawn. Memories linger, but the moment's gone. I'm not bitter, just wiser with time. Each goodbye's a lesson that sharpens my mind.
Waves will crash and tides will shift. I'm the captain steering through the rift. No anchors here, I sail to the new. The horizon's bright with the better view.
I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard, never break that trust.
The ones who stay are the real foundation. Others just lessons in life's rotation. I'm not bitter, I just understand. The future's my treasure, it's in my hands.